And we're live.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
like
already
the
blurry.
I like the over the ear earphones better than the um,
Earbuds?
earbuds. Yeah, they're more comfortable on my ears, but they're harder to use when I'm doing something like this because of glasses and everything else.
Well, regular earbuds eventually will, like, I won't say I'm allergic, but kind of allergic. Like, it'll start itching too much.
Yeah, I find I have issues with them a little bit too here and there.
I like the fact that they cancel a lot of noise out, though. And I actually have some, I forget what they're called, but they're basically earplugs. And they're they're pretty darn solid. I don't use them every night, but there are plenty of nights when I really don't want to have anything. Like, got the fans going, I got the earplugs in, I got the weighted blanket. I don't want to be disturbed. I just want to be me.
And my over the ear earphones cancel a lot more noise than my earbuds, but I use my earbuds more often because I'm walking or whatever. And
Yeah.
you can pause stuff and kind of, like if I'm walking, can't use the over the ear earphones, can't wear a hat and do that. So, guess we'll kick some music on. Let's switch it up to the old stuff for a little bit.
All right.
Then we'll switch it up to the new stuff after. If I remember.
So I got stuck on my story, which is stupid because there's no reason to be stuck, but I definitely got stuck. One of those things
That's too
where,
loud for you.
oh, I out here.
What's that?
I heard it. But anyway, so it's not that there was anything wrong with the story. It's just that there was a technical detail that I didn't know the answer to, and I could not move on until I did. I don't think it's going to affect anything. It's 100% just a mental issue where I'm like, until I have an answer for this, this is a plot hole, and I cannot move on to the plot hole, which is stupid because I see plenty of stuff with plot holes. But I couldn't do it. So,
Well, you knew there was one. That's different.
well,
It's different if
sort
you
of.
intentionally have a plot hole or if you unwittingly have one.
Well, whatever. I mean, I don't think anything has to change. I don't have to put anything in. But now that I know an answer, I'm like, okay, now it's not a hole. Even if, like, well, yeah, that's the weird part. Like, okay, now that I know the answer, it doesn't have to be included. So it's not really a plot hole. It's only a plot hole if you start thinking about it. And it's only a plot hole if you don't trust me to know what I'm talking about. Which, being the author, I knew me, so I knew I didn't know the answer. So I had to fix that, which is dumb. Wasted a good chunk of yesterday trying to figure this out. But I figured it out, so now I can move forward. That's normally what happens when I get writer's block. It's something that is probably not going to matter, but it matters to me, and I can't move on until I get it figured out.
What matters to you is mattering. And in fact, that's the one that should matter to, right?
Well, I guess
Where's
it's
the
just
story?
it's annoying that I have to have all the answers, even if I don't need the answers for the actual text. That's what I'm saying. Like it's good to know. Blah blah blah.
You know you're annoying yourself. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, I'm getting in my own way. And let's face it, if you and Jake don't notice it, probably is not that noticeable. So,
well, like I said, like I think that needs to be qualified with if we don't notice it reading the whole thing through, because a lot of the things that we're reading, like especially with Jake's, or you probably find it with mine too, is like when you're reading after skipping a week or whatever, then you're probably missing stuff. Like I know that I do. Sometimes I have to go back and find out what I'm missing.
right. Or like Jake, where he tells us to go, you'll probably want to start about 5 pages before the actual start of the new stuff.
Well, I think he's actually trying to get us to start at the new stuff, but he forgot last time.
Yeah.
He's going back.
It just made me laugh because I'm like, I swear I've already read this. Like I already know this.
That's what I did. I was like, wait a minute. When I read the skeleton scene,
Yeah.
I was like, I know I read that because I made a comment about that skeleton scene.
Yeah.
And then I realized he just took us back like 2 pages further than he thought or something like that.
Yeah. Not that big of an issue, but it's just one of those things that's kind of, all right.
Right, but like,
well, then I'm worried that I'm like, wait, did you go back and change something and I'm supposed to catch it? Because I don't.
That's what I worry about with you. Like, wait, did you change something and I missed it? Because you'll do that sometimes, and my brain will still be on the old version. I had to go back and change some of mine because Jake thought I should introduce the fact that there was a religious component earlier.
Yeah.
So I did. Not much though, because they didn't know what the religious component was until when they did, except for that they are Christians. That's the easiest way to do that.
I'm sorry, dog, but I have nothing for you. I know you can smell pizza, but you cannot have the pizza, as I am not eating pizza. The sacred trust between man and dog has not been broken. If I were eating pizza, I would have to give you the crust. I get that, but I'm not. So, too bad. This fat dog acts like she's so abused. She just knows the order normally to go around what she can beg off of each person. And then, there's a reason why when we got her, she was skin and bones, and now she's a chub. Mm. All right, beautiful. You're so beautiful.
I feel like that stupid cat. We got a new to us couch.
Yeah.
And she put a cover on it. And that cat right away started clawing the fucking thing. So I'm like, don't you fucking claw that, right? Yeah. And after a while, the cat knows that I'm going to get on to him for it, so he won't do it, at least while I'm around. Last night I was starting to go upstairs, and as I'm going upstairs, I hear him start fucking clawing. When I get halfway up the stairs, I'm like, you little son of a bitch.
Yep. Probably knew it too.
Well, he definitely knew it because he started crawling before that, he would look at me to see if I was going to get on him.
So we went to the Indianapolis Children's Museum today because my boys wanted to go, and I'm like, all right, fine. And they wanted to take their girlfriends. All right, fine. And I'm not too worried about Whit driving down there, I guess, my older boy. But Indiana says that he can't have anyone that's not related to him in the car. And,
Oh, wow.
yeah, until you're
In
18.
the car?
Yeah. Until you're 18, you're not supposed to drive with anyone else but family members.
So, yeah, so he can have, if you're along, right?
Yeah, as long as
That's
you
why
can have
I
me.
thought, like, that's why I asked, because, like, it's kind of the same here. You're not supposed to have, like, you're not supposed to be, like, I guess technically it says with an unlicensed driver, right? I mean,
this is
in the first year, you can't be driving around with anyone that doesn't have their license for more than at least a year.
I'm pretty certain in Indiana it's got to be a blood relative. So they'll let you drive like your siblings to school, but they won't let you drive around with your friends. Which I can kind of understand that logic, but I also kind of question it because if 4 of my friends and I are going to the same place and we all have to drive a separate vehicle, the odds of us not doing dumb things in a race go up immensely. So I never understood it. Well, I kind of do. Like, I know that you're more likely to goof off as a driver if you're with your friends. I get it, but I'm like, yeah. But if all the friends are going to the same place, it's kind of, I think we're trading one problem for another. But anyway. So we went to...
I think that we got the better of it with the whole licensed driver for a year thing. Because then, you know, you've proven for a year you're not going to get into an accident because...
But if it was just taking Whit's girlfriend, probably wouldn't have been a big issue. Would have taken one car. But because we're taking Thaddeus's girlfriend, she does not obviously fit with our family. So, whereas
What do you mean?
Whit's
Why?
girlfriend, well, I mean,
She like pagan or something?
Whit's girlfriend is white and Thaddeus's girlfriend is black. So, you know, she's just not gonna blend in as easily if they got pulled over. Put it that way, you know. Just it's kind of easy to say that Brittany's my daughter. A little harder to say that for Thaddeus's girlfriend.
Did you realize that Joe is my cousin?
Okay, I get that, but I'm just saying it's a little awkward.
I'm just teasing.
When I'm there with my wife, who is white, and our 2 boys, who are both white.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but we also have this girl from a previous Dalliance, apparently. No, So we took 2 cars. I drove one, my wife drove the other, just so we don't have any problems. And, you know, whatever, had fun. We ate dinner together. We had lunch in Indianapolis at a place. It's a buffet. It was nice. And then we went to the Children's Museum.
Buffets around here.
Well, that's why I was kind of excited to, I was like, oh man, we go down and
How
go to
many
the buffet.
buffets we have around here are all Chinese places.
So, we go to the Indianapolis Children's Museum. We get tickets for everybody. And then we tell the boys, it's like, no, we paid for everything. Just know that if we see you in the museum, we're getting pictures. You will stop and let us take your picture. So otherwise, you guys are free to go do whatever you want. You know? We all got phones. So they're old enough. They don't need to be watched. So, for the first time in decades, I got to go to the Children's Museum with, someone I wanted to go with who wasn't a child. So my wife and I got to wander around and look at stuff, and we spent more time on different things. Like, they have these miniatures there and little diorama things that are not interesting to small children normally. I don't know why they're there, but
they're there for the parents.
Well, yeah, normally I don't care about them either, but today I was like, yeah, let's go look at those. Let's sit down and really look. Like, we spent quite a bit of time there. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but the largest water clock in all of North America is in the Indianapolis Children's Museum. And I'm looking at that thing and I'm thinking, this thing has been here since the 80s. And it doesn't seem that big. Like, I'm really thinking I need to convince some of the science teachers at my school. They need to make a bigger one. Like, get one of the physics classes to do it. Hook up with people from the building trades group. Like, we've got courtyards. Build it out in the courtyard. Have it taller than this thing. I think it'd be great. Like, how hard can a water clock actually be? Probably really hard. That's why it hasn't been done in 40 years. But still, it's a great idea for someone else to do.
So I guess maybe I'm thinking of a different kind of water clock, because isn't that like what the Egyptians used?
I have no idea. This is like this big giant thing with uses air pressure and siphons to suck water back up and then go through a whole cycle. And
yeah, it's like got scratches for the water level for the pond too.
Sort of.
Yeah,
and this one has like
that comes from ancient Egypt.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised. Like, I'm like, I thought they were pretty big, but maybe.
Well, this one's like, I don't know.
I'm mistaken.
It's about 30 feet tall. So it's not like it's short. But I'm still looking at it like, I think we could do better. So.
I think the one that I saw was the Egyptian one. It was not so much tall, it was like a tub.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Let's see how big this thing is. Like I said, approximately 30 feet.
Okay, that's what you said.
Well, I just looked it up and I was right. So I'm happy that I was right.
Cool. I'm happy that you were right too.
No, it's got a pump.
What's that?
It's got a water pump, and actually it has two water pumps in the basement. So
It's got water pumps.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the same as the Egyptian ones, then.
Well, I'm sure that's why you don't have to refill. Like, it goes up 30 feet, and then as it fills up different hours and minutes and things, and then, whatever. But I'm just saying, I would think it wouldn't be that hard to do, just so you could say that we've got the tallest water clock in all of North America. That's kind of cool for the school. It'll probably never happen, but still. I'm going to recommend it to all my classes. In fact, I think I should start making all of my grammar assignments based around the idea of making a water clock. See if I can inspire someone to either hate water clocks or love them.
No extra credit?
Well, it's kind of hard. I don't like giving extra credit for things that have really nothing to do with my class. Students like that kind of thing.
Well, if they wrote a story about it.
Or they documented it. Maybe that would be one thing. Yeah, if you do it could be someone's research project. I don't know. Interesting. Well, hello, dog. You can't see her because she's off screen, but she's here, I promise.
I can't see her because I'm painting.
Okay.
Even if she was on screen, it would be useless right now.
She came over and nudged me. Like, are you sure you're out of pizza? Because I still smell pizza. Sorry, dog. The box is closed. Here, I'll see if I can find a piece of pepperoni or something for you.
Mm.
You're spoiled, dog. Here you go. Leave the fingers.
Mm. one of these days. Hold on, you should have won. Okay, probably not. Well, if you were sleeping, I woke you up, right?
What did you knock?
What did I knock?
Yeah, you hit something.
The panel hit the desk.
Well, it's your camera's trying to, I think, self-correct, and
Let's do this for a second.
there we go. Yeah, that was way better. I was like, this was super, like,
Changes the autofocus a little bit.
yeah. But right after you knocked it, like it was like focusing on your hand or something. And I mean, it's not bad. It's just not as clear as it was.
Just who cares about my hand? He never wants to see the artist's hand. That's what it does.
Oh, that's so funny. So, a friend of mine from school, like high school, posted the last couple lines from The Road Not Taken. And they're the ones that everybody always wants to quote. About how, you know, I took the one less traveled by and that has made all the difference. Which is not the meaning of the poem. And I'm like, you know what, I'll just copy and paste the parts where it talks about how the roads are equally worn. Like they're not, one is not less traveled. They're both worn. And so I just put both were equally worn in the search bar. And everything that came up was, please stop misinterpreting The Road Not Taken. And then, I mean, just they're all analyses.
Better than coming up with Pornhub.
That's true. But it's just kind of, because, God, everyone always wants to just act like it's The Road Not Taken. And I'm like, apparently The Road Taken was the one where you didn't read the poem.
That's The Road Less Taken, right? The one that you read the poem.
Actually know what's going on? Yeah.
Oh. The Road More Taken. It's called Cliff Notes.
Well, I've had students argue this with, my teacher back in 5th grade told me that this is about choosing the path that less people have chosen. So I'm like, really? Did your 6th grade teacher rectify that with what it says in the poem? I don't care what your 6th grade teacher said. This is what your 11th grade teacher said. Your 11th grade teacher is the one that's always right. So.
At least while you're in 11th grade.
That's right. The senior teachers can talk about how stupid I am, but until then.
If you ever want to get out of 11th grade.
Just one of those things that just irks me. What are you doing? Are you? Not for eating, dog. being a bad dog parent, sending conflicting signals to my animal. She was chewing on a stuffed platypus, so I took it away from her, and I told her she was a bad girl, but then I gave her nothing. Said, well,
Stuffed platypus, huh?
yep, noblest of all of nature's creatures.
Noblest. Huh?
Dude, they've got poison. They get. Do you know how a
I
platypus?
thought they were proof that God had a sense of humor.
Well, it could be, but like, they don't have nipples, but they're mammals, which means they feed their young milk. So, do you know how they get the milk? They lick their mother's armpits.
That's pretty nasty.
Be that as it is, it's amazing.
You think pretty nasty to me. I think it's pretty fucking nasty. It's like that joke about Tonto and the Lone Ranger getting a snake bite. When sending Tonto off to the doctor, right?
Yeah.
The doctor said you have to make an incision underneath the snake bite because he got bit on the dick while he was pissing.
Oh.
Tonto come back and said, and Kimasabi, doctor said, you gonna die. Make a small incision underneath of it, and then you gotta suck the poison out. Doctor said, you gonna die. That's kind of like the same thing. If I was a platypus, guess I'm gonna die. Then you're gonna be licking mom's armpit. Of course, you know, if you were a platypus, you wouldn't know any better, right?
That's right.
You have nothing to compare it to. Platypus be all like, why are you licking those nipples? I thought they were only for making pizza.
That's terrible. I know what joke you're referring to. I just made someone very upset.
You did?
Yeah, now she's looking at me like, how could you? Yeah, I told the dog to go lay down because she was just hovering around my desk.
Wow.
She won't settle.
I have a feeling though you bother not to. Yeah, that looks a lot more amusing like I wanted it to.
Oh, look, you got a visitor.
What?
Oh, my dog climbed up on my lap. So I'm showing her. Now she's being shy. Ugh. Dog, I know what you want. You can't have it. All right, bye, girl. Go. All right, I'm putting her out of the room. Hold back a second. And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Best part was, I was like, why is there no sound? Because, you know, the headphones were on the computer, not on my head. You'd think I'd figure that out faster, but hey, whatever.
You were distracted by the dog.
There you go. Now, what's funny was, I took my hoodie off because I was hot, and now I'm sitting here going, kind of cold. Ugh. It's that time of year when I can't figure out what to wear.
So apparently, John Singer Sargent exhibits coming to Boston.
Oh yeah.
My wife is interested in going to that, which is, I think she's more just interested in getting me to go to Boston. But you know, John Singer Sargent, that's a good enough reason.
I don't think I've ever been to Boston. If I did, it was driving through to somewhere else.
Yeah, that's usually the way I like to go to Boston.
Well, I know I've been, like I said, we had family that was up in New Hampshire. And, like, I know I visited them, but, I mean, that's been decades ago. But, and I've been down to Florida. And I've been around most of the southern states.
I've been to Florida, too.
It's the Northwest that I've never really gotten into. But I haven't really stayed a whole bunch on the East Coast either. I've been through it, I guess, but never really done a whole bunch there.
I've been to California for the Superstars seminar thing.
Yeah.
Pasadena. I can't say as I was really psyched to be there, but I was psyched to be at the meeting.
Yeah.
Or the seminar, especially since it was comps, really. So I had the only thing I had to really pay is the airfare. So that was a plus. I don't know how many people you remember from Hashtag, but
Not a whole bunch.
there was a writer in that went under the moniker King's Falcon.
Oh, I don't remember that one at all.
No, I roomed with her when I went out there.
Weird.
What's that?
So that's weird. But okay.
Not really. I mean, we're both married. And we knew each other through Hashtag for a long time. We had been working on the novel together. And there was nothing inappropriate or there was no time for any of that anyway. Like it was really intense. We'd get up in the morning and there was a lot that you get breakfast, then you get to the seminar, and then they pound you with a whole bunch of different things, and then after the seminar, the same idea, they pound you with a whole bunch of different, or after lunch they pound you with a whole bunch of different things, and then you walk back to your hotel because Pasadena is a walking town, really. And we were really, a lot of us were in a group for the Superstars anyway.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like just me and this person. It was me, this person, and about 10 different other people. And we'd hit dinner, we'd all probably go out in the same restaurants or whatever. And same thing with because Eric Flint and Brandon Sanderson and Kevin J. Anderson, Dave Farland, we all kind of went together, so. But at I think partway through that year or the next year they started doing it where you could pay extra and have dinner with just whatever writer and basically ask them writing questions that you couldn't ask in the group, because even though it was an ostensibly a writing seminar, it was a business end of writing seminar.
Okay.
It was like I mean, we did cover a little bit, but mostly it was about pros and contracts and different aspects of the contract, what you can expect for contracts, where you should put stuff out. They had different speakers where they had screenwriters and writers of the future. Joni came. I think 2 or 3 different screenwriters, book agents. Like, so it was like almost a symposium more than just talking writing. It was really supposed to be about the business of writing, which I didn't know at the time that I jumped on board because I thought it was about the pros. And I was like, oh, I can learn from these guys. And then it was all like, nope, no, you can't. All right, so now it's back down to the refining on those the main part. And you can't see the lower part again. It's so weird when I used to be able to fit everything in here, now I can barely fit the top and the bottom in.
Okay.
Camera triangle a little bit. Yeah, right. Because it goes about that much underneath what the camera shows.
Oh.
There's a little area right in through here that I thought would, yeah, right, and I just painted all over my hand because I stuck my hand in that thing.
Oh.
I love to do that. And like, not because I love to do that, but because I do it all the time. Alright. That's going to get quite a bit of cleanup this time. Oh, I thought I had more flats. That's too bad. Guess I'll use this one. So, this area is where the base of one of the rocks is going to be. So this is going to be a rock.
I hope.
No, it's going to be a rock, no matter whether I wanted to or not.
Now it's a rock.
It's still becoming, but yeah. And this is kind of what I meant by echoing the other one on the other side a little bit. I still want to do some stuff that breaks up the bottom. So, necessary foreground here. I wish we had a big audience so they could be freaking out.
It's a giant turd.
Oh.
Well, right now it's just brown.
Yes, I know I'm being facetious. Just the same way you were being facetious, but
Okay, just making sure.
I just added an L. You were like, the giant turd, and I was like, oh, this giant turtle. Of course, it's not a giant turtle. Can't really see what I'm doing, but I can't really get it high enough for anybody to see what I'm doing anyway. What I'm doing is just putting a light coat all the way to the bottom, not as thick as this, because some of this is going to be reflection. And on the bottom of this one, on this side, I'm mixing in some black. I'll probably mix in a little bit of black on the other one too, but the closer you get, the darker it should be. So really, by mixing orange with brown,
Yeah.
I'm just creating burnt umber.
My wife was trying to get me to do some Halloween costumes, and she was just going for easy ones. And she wanted me to basically wear Charlie Brown's shirt and call it good. I was like, wouldn't I have to shave my beard for that?
Unless you were old Charlie Brown.
Well, that's what she said. I was like, oh, so I'm like Chuck Umber.
You ever see that? You ever see that picture of him with a gun and Snoopy on his side, post-apocalyptic and all that?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
There you go. Although I think you could probably come up with a better costume than that.
Probably. One year I dressed up as Groot. That also required me to shave my beard.
What's that? Oh, Groot.
Yeah, not Groot.
Gru.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you were talking about.
Well, I didn't apparently
You
because I
have
said
to have
Groot
a fake
originally.
nose, though.
Yeah. Didn't really have that, but I did shave. Ugh.
Believe it or not, this thick stuff should be quicker drying, but it's not going to be. It's going to be the part that I'm waiting on before I can go on.
What was that?
They wanted the countdown again. I wanted to remove that banner so that I could do a fuller review. There's no full view that I'm going to get. Let's see.
That's pretty close.
It's pretty close. You can see some rocks. You can see some rocks in the V formation, which pretty much is framing.
Yeah.
But the planes will be pointing towards there a little bit more once it gets dry enough to do the next layer. So yeah, doing it the other way. There's no way I can get enough to show the whole thing. But since you guys got an idea of what the rocks are looking like, maybe some water flow across here. This one not so much because they still have some depth there. And then all the way up the top. Just can focus on her. I think actually I'm going to call it for the night because there's not really much I can do until this dries.
Oh, yeah.
It's all just small highlight stuff now, really. Do some modeling of the rocks and then some detail on the rocks. Small modeling stuff, and I want to darken the serpent even more because I want her to be the center. It's looking pretty good. The axe is standing out, so I might need to dim down the axe a little bit where it's bright. I don't know, we'll see. Got some little ripples of the water going on here. Yeah, the rest of it's just building up the small stuff except for when this dries. Now, I don't want, again, this shouldn't be the focus. So, looking through here to get that focus. And I'll put some more ripples in the water throughout. I think I'll get a little bit of the color of the serpent reflected around him. Just a little bit. Well, yeah, I think that's it. An hour and a half. That's the shortest stream I think we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Except for a drawing stream. Maybe I can keep the fan on for a minute. The fan tends to keep the cat off painting.
That's good.
I don't want the cat on the painting, especially in the rocks that I just put in on the lower part, because those are
Make a mess.
What's that?
Cat can make a mess of things.
Well, yeah, but they're so thick. The paint is so thick that I don't want a whole bunch of cat hair sticking in it.
That too.
You got one stray cat hair in there. That's enough. And I was smart this time. The only thing that I put on more than the least amount that I could put on was really the white and the brown, but I used the brown all up. And I bought a new thing of white because I knew I was going to do that. Alright, so I'm going to end the stream in an hour and a half.
Alright.
And then Sunday, everything should be dry because I'm going to leave the fan on it for a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, Sunday should be coming back and finishing the little stuff up.
Sunday or Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay. I was confused.
Yeah. Apparently my brain is confused with my mouth right now. That's a good time to stop the stream.
Yeah, probably.
So, music gone. Everyone that's watched, thank you for watching. If you like the content, like what you're seeing, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell if you want notifications. Nobody liked the last video. We had a few people watching it, but not one person hit a like.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
That's
Anyway.
mean.
Good night.
Good night.
Much love.
Peace.